Hey there, fishing friends. I'm Rodney, and today, well, we're going to talk about why you should fish small lakes in the spring for bass. We've all been there. Their temperatures reach 70 degrees for the first time in March, and the first thing you know, you're ready to hit the lake to do some fishing. Well, these warm temperatures raise our expectations of catching fish on every cast. We've got cabin fever. But you know what happens a lot of the times? We go out there and we fish power baits, we crank and we throw a spinner bait and whatnot. And well, at the end of the day, we're kind of disappointed because we really haven't caught many fish or we haven't caught any. These large bodies of water that we've been fishing on, well, they're still cold from the winter. And a few days of warm temperatures, well, that's just not enough to get the fish active because they're really still lethargic from all that winter cold that they've been suffering in. Small lakes warm up faster than large bodies of water in the early spring for a variety of reasons. One, the wind doesn't churn the water up as much as it does in a larger lake. With this less wind mixing of the water, the pond surface can warm up faster and stay warm longer. And two, the shallows in small lakes frequently have dark bottoms due to silt. This dark bottom absorbs sunlight and helps heat those shallow waters up a lot faster than they do in large bodies of water. And three, a warm rain will turn the fish on. It'll warm that water up really quick, and with less water in a small body of water, it doesn't take a whole lot of runoff to warm it up. So today, friends, we're out here on a small lake in central Kentucky. It's about 100 acres in size. And we've got a pretty good stiff wind blowing, but it's not too bad on this small body of water. But what's unique about today is we're in the middle of March, but we've had a few days of warm weather where it's been up in the 60s and 70s, and this water temperature has gotten up to be in the mid to upper 50s. Now, the larger lakes in the area that I've been on, the water temperature's in that 49 to 52 range. So this is making a big difference on these fish and how their activity level. That just a little bit warmer water has got them active, and we're catching them today on a jerk bait. Now, the reason I put that jerk bait on was, well, one, the wind's blowing pretty good, and fishing, a Ned rig or a finesse worm or something like that, it'd be kind of tough. And the other reason is I started seeing fish kind of suspended up in the water column. And when you see that in spring, that jerk bait's a hard thing to beat. So let's go catch a few fish out here. Let's see what's going on. How's that? About 12 inch range, which is pretty good for this lake. About that. Now this lake I'm fishing, well, it's not known to have really any big fish in it, although it'll crank a good one out every now and then, but mostly it's 8, 10, 12 inch fish, somewhere in there. And really, sometimes it's just fun to go out and catch a bunch of fish, and that's kind of what happened today. I ended up probably catching 20, 25 fish, and really I only had a couple hours to fish in the afternoon, so that's what happened. And they were turned on. Like I said, the water was in the upper 50s, and they were just tearing the jerk bait up. Now, what I really focused on is, well, I still took kind of the same approach that I would have taken a big lake. This lake's got a few points on it, and that's really what I focused on, because in the spring, before those fish move up to spawn, they're going to congregate on staging areas, and points are real good places to do it. And the other key, I guess, on what I was focusing in on was I was trying to keep the boat in a little deeper water, or deeper water next to the bank. So, and that can vary on your lake of how that's going to be. So it could be 20 feet or it could be 8 or 10 feet. So just pay attention where the deeper areas are in spring and focus on those staging areas. And these small impoundments, they're a good place to start, especially in the early spring, especially if you've got a few days that have warm temperatures. So get out there and catch a few fish. I'm Rodney with eFishin. If y'all like this stuff, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. We'll catch y'all out on the lake next time. We're out. How's that? Just a little better fish. Like that.